Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This event actually happened on the 16th of September, but I was way too occupied to actually start working on the video. But anyways, here before you are the events of the 7th National Day of Identity, and this is my retelling of it. After we arrived at the BAT ICC, we went over to the front desk to get our passes, and before anyone asks in my DMs and comment sections, the only reason the camera is recording a bunch of feet is not because I have a foot fetish, but rather because I didn't want to be holding a camera in people's faces, especially because I'm going to be posting it on the internet. That's why. Anyways, after we signed in and got our passes, our school decided to take group photos. I unfortunately do not have any group photo to show right now, but I did take some personal photos and photos with a friend. I also met someone famous. His name is Mr. Obi Asika. He is the current Director General for the National Council for Arts and Culture. He was very nice and caring, and I wish I had put some things down so I could take a proper picture with him, but oh well, we move on. After we finished up with pictures, we headed into the event hall. The program actually started by 9 a.m., but we were a little late because of traffic. So I was expecting to not get seated, but we actually found some seats that were reserved for universities, and that was where we sat. And I thought that was a very nice gesture for the NIMC to do. Yeah. We arrived when formalities were being tossed around, and that's when we decided to go to the restroom and freshen up. And when we arrived at the restroom, you will never guess what we saw. mirrors. So of course we had to take some pictures. Anyways, once we finished our mini photo shoots, we went back to the main hall for the event. I actually wanted to record the whole event from when we arrived to when we left, but I didn't charge my camera to its full battery, so it was kind of low for me to do that. So all I did was record the important parts of the event, and I also recorded only the times I remembered to press record on the camera. So yeah, sorry for the lack of clips that will be displayed in this video, but I hope you guys are still able to experience the day from my point of view. After some time in the main hall, we went to take a look around the various sponsor booths and hopefully make important connections. The first booth we went up to was run by Zenith Bank, and for those who don't know, Zenith Bank is a public limited company. It is also a major financial service provider located in Nigeria and Anglophone West African countries, and it is headquartered in Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. They tried to get us to set up an account with them, but she and I already had Zenith Bank accounts. Faaizah didn't though, so she asked a few questions and they convinced her and she began setting up an account. While she did that, we went to check out the booths opposing Zenith, and this booth was run by ESET. In case you didn't know, ESET is a software company which specializes in cybersecurity. It was founded in 1992 in Bratislava, Slovakia, but it runs in multiple countries across the globe, including Nigeria. The man we spoke to at the ESET booth was Mr. Frederick. He gave us a brief rundown of the company and stuff like that. And I think I might become a customer in the future. I can't do that at the moment because I don't know, but eventually I should be able to become a customer. After our little Q&A session with Mr. Frederick, he gave us a few gifts. She got a notebook. Noble and I got pens, which I think was sweet of them to do. Before we continued observing the booths, we were informed they started sharing packs to participants. The snack packs they were sharing out consisted of one cupcake, an apple, 3 puff-puff, and meat on a stick. I wasn't comfortable eating in the hall because it seemed like everyone else wasn't, but Faaizah was eating and I was kind of hungry, so I decided to eat like the puff-puffs and the meat, but the rest of them I decided to eat those later because those will be more tedious to eat neatly. Our president was invited to be here, and I half expected him to be here since it's his center, but we got a stand-in instead. The stand-in gave a speech about NIMC. He congratulated their work and what they are doing for the country. After the stand-in president's speech, we went to check out the remaining booths, and the next booth we went to was run by Wema Bank. If you didn't know, Wema Bank PLC is a Nigerian commercial bank, and fun fact, as of 2019, Wema Bank operates the largest digital banking system in Nigeria, Alert. The people over there at Wema Bank were very persuasive, and it got me to start setting up an account with them, but I wasn't able to complete my registration because I didn't have my complete documents to open an account. But yeah, after we finished with Wema Bank, we went back to the hall for the remaining events. A lot of fireside chats. Well, I shouldn't say a lot because it was only 2. Oh yeah, after both fireside chats, pictures were taken with the panelists, moderators, and the Director General and CEO of NIMC. And 2 more panel sessions were held and pictures were also taken with the panelists, the moderators, and the Director General and CEO of NIMC. Yeah. At some point, our school wanted to start leaving because it was getting kind of late and we had classes that day. So we waited for them to start sharing souvenirs before we left. And once I received my souvenirs, I didn't notice when I received it, but something is actually missing from the pack. And by the time I noticed, it was like an hour later. We were back in our seats because something came up and we decided to remain in the event. And they had stopped sharing souvenirs by that time, obviously. I met 5 different ushers, like trying to explain my situation to them, requesting for the missing piece. Two of the ushers were trying to explain the situation at hand and why they couldn't do that right now. I met a third person who tried to blame it on me. He was saying things like, "Why didn't you come earlier? The fault can't be from our end. One of your mates probably took it." And I was like, "I'm literally vlogging right now. How could someone take it? And sorry, I didn't inspect my bag to make sure the content you are supposed to provide was provided. But whatever." The next was a guy who looked genuinely confused as to me not getting a piece of the souvenir. I went to try and see if he could get a new piece for me, but I never saw him again. Maybe he got called to do something else, but it's fine. The last usher I met was actually the man who gave us initially. He actually took us with him, but the lead usher made us know that the souvenir room had been locked and it had finished. I didn't believe that though, because I saw some ushers come once in a while to give out senior people of status who came late for the event, but I let it go for the sake of peace. When majority of the program of events had finished, our school decided to leave. So we signaled an usher and they led us to a private area to pick up our packed food and a bottle of water or drink. Now normally I'd prefer water over drinks unless it's Chivita Exotic, hashtag not sponsored, but the water in question was produced by a company I personally don't like and support, but I kind of do support their other products. I'm also trying to stop that, but let me take it one step at a time, guys. Baby steps, baby steps. We boarded our bus and began the journey back to school. Faaizah started eating, and I believe she might have also started drinking, but I couldn't really tell because she sat far away from us on the journey home. And I also couldn't start eating because I was time-lapsing the journey back home. But yeah, once I got to school, I had a few bites of the meal and I kind of didn't like it because it had a smoky taste to it, and I don't really like that kind of taste. I don't know how to describe the taste, but I hope you understand what I mean. Yeah, these souvenirs I got were a notebook, a pen that has what I call a stylus tip, and it's actually what I used to script this video. I'll be sad once the ink finishes. And the last souvenir is what is called a smart cup, but I think it should be called a smart flask or a temperature teller flask. But yeah, all these souvenirs were branded, of course, but I think it looks cool, so it's fine. And I know you guys are probably wondering, "I thought you didn't get a piece of souvenir, and from the clip you showed us, I think that piece is the smart cup. How come you have a cup now?" Well, you kind soul who took time out of your day to watch my video, I want you to know that Chi is truly an amazing person. And Chi saw I was brewing with resentment towards usher number 3, so she took out of the kindness of her heart and gave me her cup. And I was so shocked and overjoyed, and I felt bad. So I gave her my e-set pen, which wasn't really a lot compared to the cup, but it's the thoughts that counts, guys. She tried rejecting the pen from me, but I forced her to take it since she gave me her cup, and she took it eventually. But yeah, that is my retelling of the National Day of Identity, which took place on the 16th of September. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Seeing the numbers go up after each video gives me motivation to make more videos on whatever I can make. And yeah, I also have an Instagram account that is at Excel Loves Jesus. I post sometimes. I post once in 3 months, but I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I also have an arts account and post frequently there, kind of. I only post work in progresses and other like sketches. It's not really full art pieces. I just post random art stuff that I create. But yeah, that is at Excel does art. Please go follow them or check them out, leave a like, whatever. Yeah, also go drink water. You are getting dehydrated. Tell your mommy you love her, because why not? Or tell your daddy you love him, because why not as well? Tell your friends you love them, because why not? Sorry guys. Yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching this video and goodbye. Wahoo!